and welcome to Storytime with Yaz. Today I wanted to talk to you about family because I think family is so important. I am blessed enough to say that I grew up in a really incredible family, and I've kind of shared that a little bit in previous videos. But I really feel like the Lord wants to restore family and a mentality of family and the framework of family in 2018. So I wanted to share with you a little bit about revelations that I've had and what I feel like God is doing this year. And for me, the real revelation of family that I got started about a year and a half ago when I was at worship school at Bethel. In revival group, Jake Hamilton was actually talking about how the next revival is going to be a revival of the Father's heart. So we've had the revival of the Word, and we've had the revival of the Holy Spirit, and the next one is like the knowledge of the Father's heart. And coming into this year, I've been praying a lot about family and what that's going to look like specifically for me, and what that looks like for the city of LA. And when I got here, probably a couple weeks before I came over, I just had this urge and desire, like a really strong desire, that I was ready for family and that I wanted to, be married and have kids and all of that kind of stuff. And I hadn't felt that really strongly before, and I was like, wow, like this is a really new feeling. And I really feel like the year that I've had has taught me a lot about how to parent and how to do it well. And it's funny because a lot of those revelations for me started when I was at the worship school and Jake was talking, and I was going to a lot of the community development classes because that's what I felt like the Lord wanted me to learn. And coming back to LA, and on New Year's Eve we actually had a really beautiful moment where people got vulnerable about wanting family, and I felt like I was like, this is definitely where I'm meant to be, because the Lord's just started stirring that in my heart, and it was so beautiful and so progressive. As a group of about like 15 to 20 people, all kind of in our like late 20s or early 30s, just got to like pray into what that looks like this year for us as individuals, and just like ask God to pave our footsteps for the next year in regards to family. And it was so beautiful, and I'm really thankful that I got to be a part of that. And so yesterday on New Year's Day, I was talking to God about what that looks like as a community, like how we can facilitate that and what He wanted to teach me about it. And I felt like He directed me to the verse that says, the earth has been groaning for the sons and daughters to reveal themselves, the sons and daughters of God to reveal themselves. And He said to me as I was reading that, like, as sons and daughters, you learn how to become a mother and father. So to know God's heart, to see His heart for the earth, and as we start to find His heart for this, our cities or our ministries or, different industries, we actually become mothers and fathers to those industries. So as we become ready to be mothers and fathers to the industries, we also become ready to be mothers and fathers ourselves. And I was like, wow, that's such a beautiful revelation and recognition of the Father's heart, because if we can see His heart for the generation, we can then parent our own generation, like the own generation of our own physical children well. And so without having a heart for the wider community, we can't have a heart for our own offspring. And so I felt like coming here and even just unpacking that in the first couple of weeks and over the next year or so is going to be such a beautiful journey. And I love that one of the first things I did when I came here was go to a wedding, which is the ultimate celebration of what family looks like. And they had their church family and their physical family from all over the world and fly in. There was 6 people from Australia at the wedding. There was people from Maui to Rhode Island. So it was a really, I just feel like it was a beautiful reflection of what family is going to look like. And I'm so thankful that that's one of the first things that I got to do while I was here. And I'm excited for what God's going to do in family, and I'm excited for what He's going to do in people's relationships and the beginning stages of that and what those testimonies are going to bring. And I love the fact that on New Year's Eve we also got to discuss a little bit about, how us kind of opening up and being vulnerable with God and with what's gone on in our past actually propels us into our future as well, because that's a huge testimony. I feel like if I'd have not unpacked the lies, like, this channel wouldn't exist, and a lot of the testimonies I have wouldn't exist, because testimonies are you moving forward and getting over something. It's getting over a trial, getting over a tribulation, getting over a lie. And God really wants people to know that His heart is that we are free from all of that. His heart is genuinely just for freedom for each and every one of us. And so this year I'm excited to find that freedom in literally every aspect of my life. I don't want any of my life to be separated from people or the will of God or God. So yeah, that's what I'm unpacking while I'm here. I'm really excited that this year is going to birth a real family restoration and an even deeper sense of family within communities. And I'm going to be praying that over your churches as well. So comment down below if there's anything really specific that you want me to pray for, like your parents' relationship or your own relationship or your friends' relationships or your family's, like, siblings' relationships, because I really feel like that's something that the Lord wants to restore this year. Just a full restoration of relationships, but specifically within your family or your church family. So please comment down below, because I would love to stand with you, and I am so excited to see just so many lies broken off people's lives this year, because I don't want anyone to have to partner with lies. I only want people to have to partner with the truth. So please share, please comment, please subscribe, and I would love to stand with you for the promise of God for your life and for your family. And yeah, I will talk to you guys again later, probably this week, maybe next week as well, about some other stuff that I'm learning and some other stuff that I'm doing. But I'm so excited to be here, and I can't wait for you to hear a little bit more testimonies that have been going on since I've got here. So I'll talk to you all soon, but bye for now.